due to rumors that she was involved in a scandalous relationship with a Nigerian musician. Jim Jones, the Dipset veteran and longtime fiancée Chrissy Lamb, recently confronted none other than Brooke Bailey, the basketball wife's own firecracker. That altercation did not take place in private. Insiders claim that Jim went go in a manner that has never been witnessed before. Accusations made public, words flying, and Brooke returning with a fury. And what triggered him? Industry insider rumors, leaked images, and purported texts all suggested that Brooke wasn't only hanging around. She was embroiled in a scandal involving infidelity that made Jim nervous. Social media is exploding. Supporters are taking sides, and the story of treachery is getting out of hand. Was Brooke indeed seen having an affair with this Nigerian celebrity? Or is this just another instance of untidy rumors going awry? And why, of all people, would Jim feel the need to publicly confront her? This face-off's reality is more sinister, repulsive, and juicy than anyone could have imagined. And the consequences are only getting started. You must first go back in time and examine the past of all parties involved in order to comprehend why Jim Jones blew up with Brooke Bailey over this purported involvement with a Nigerian musician. Because this was no chance encounter. This was the culmination of years of conflict, treachery, and tainted reputations. Let's get going. Alongside Jim Jones, Jim has been regarded as a hip-hop legend in Harlem for many years. A hustler, a Dipset soldier, and the man who supported Chrissy Lamb no matter what. Since the first seasons of Love and Hip Hop New York, their relationship has served as the show's foundation. In 2011, Chrissy publicly asked Jim to marry her on national television, a daring action that turned gender norms on its head and garnered international attention. The fans were certain that marriage was imminent. However, Jim has yet to wed her more than 10 years later. Not only has Chrissy been upset over the rejection, but his supporters have also been accusing him of being unfaithful to her. Let's welcome Brooke Bailey. Basketball spouses are aware of Brooke's reputation, which has always been a combination of chaos, bluntness, and beauty. She has been connected to musicians and NBA players, and she has even been charged with inciting controversy in order to gain influence. Whether a hater or a lover, Brooke enjoys controversy. Even though she has changed who she is several times, her name always ends up in someone's scandal. What occurs, therefore, when these two universes come into contact? You prepare a keg of powder for detonation. Rumors began to circulate, which is said to have been the spark, that Brooke was hanging out too much with a young Nigerian musician who is well known for both his music and his high-profile partnerships. Investigators of social media put together flight designs, corresponding jewelry, and even dubious Instagram postings. Supporters started to wonder if Brooke and this singer were more than just pals. At first, they were much more. The leaks followed the dismissal of the rumors. Screenshots of supposed flirtatious late-night messages and blurry images of Brooke cuddling up to the singer backstage at a Logos show. According to insiders, all of a sudden, it was more than just rumors. The story changed. People were looking for answers after Brooke Bailey was allegedly involved in an affair. However, why was Jim Jones concerned? The history enters the picture here. Insiders claim that Jim has been defending Chrissy's reputation and his close circle for a long time. Despite not being a blood relative, Brooke has been linked to the same social circles and reality TV cosmos. Set Brooke off when it was rumored that he was having an affair with someone connected to Jim's crew while entertaining another man. It was more than infidelity rumors to him. It was a disgrace to his ethic of allegiance. Not to mention Jim's personal scandals. Chrissy has put up with years of rumors that he is cheating, and he is no new to cheating rumors himself. The irony was soon pointed out by fans. While his own record is questionable, Jim accuses Brooke of infidelity. However, according to insiders, Jim's altercation had nothing to do with hypocrisy. The topic was humiliation. Neither his name nor Chrissy's was what he wanted. Drawn into yet another tumultuous controversy, Brooke, on the other hand, wasn't exactly starting from scratch. She has been accused of being the other woman, stealing guys, and engaging in risky relationship games over the years. The narrative gains international attention when a Nigerian superstar, someone with wealth, notoriety, and worldwide influences added. Social media exacerbated the situation. Comparisons between Brooke's Instagram captions and the Nigerian singer's enigmatic tweets began to appear on fan pages. Despite neither tagging their location, a post went viral that purportedly showed them in the same hotel in Dubai at the same time. Admirers didn't require concrete evidence. By the time Jim intervened, the story was sufficiently credible. Brooke was already convicted by the internet. Headlines like Love and Hip Hop meets Afrobeat and Brooke Bailey's Nigerian affair were trending on blogs. Jim made the decision that he would not remain silent as the pressure increased. Brooke wasn't the only one involved. Allegiance, pride, and the public's opinion of those involved in the scandal were at stake. Jim Jones recognized a chance to address the problem directly. And when he did, his reaction startled everyone because Jim decided to air it out in the most public way possible, rather than having a private discussion. And the things he said made this rumor into a full-fledged conflict. At last, Jim Jones was unable to contain himself any longer. Insiders claim that what began as internet rumors, blogs, and side remarks escalated into a full-scale altercation in front of several witnesses in a VIP lounge in Hollywood. Reports state that Jim pulled up with after learning that Brooke Bailey was inside the building. His crew became heated. As soon as he entered, the atmosphere was tight. "Stop playing games. Brooke, you think we don't know what you've been doing? You think this Nigerian boy is going to keep it quiet?" Witnesses say Jim remarked as he moved right past everyone else and looked directly at Brooke. The room went cold. "It's already out there." People pulled out their phones, but Jim's tone was so intense that most of the video was too shaky to convey the words. The subdued, controlled wrath that results from disgrace and betrayal. Brooke was not going to back down. Witnesses she allegedly got to her feet, tossed her hair, and retaliated. "To begin with, don't treat me like your girl. Before you come for me, worry about Chrissy and your mess." The place was on fire after just one cue. When word spread that Brooke had included Chrissy in the drama, social media went wild and gasps resounded. Jim wasn't just regarding Brooke's supposed adultery no longer. She had brought his fiancé into the scandal. The dispute got more heated. Jim claimed that by skulking around with a Nigerian singer who, in his words, doesn't even respect you, Brooke had degraded everyone in their social circles. "At least he treats me better than half these rappers treat their women," Brooke allegedly said in response to the clap. "Don't pretend you're not doing worse out here." That clapback was quite powerful. Brooke used it as a means of reversing the situation and reminding everyone that Jim has a history of alleged infidelity. Now that the hypocrisy was in the spotlight, social media enthusiasts quickly took sides. Some stated given that Chrissy had been subjected to years of rumors about him, Jim had no right to confront Brooke. Jim was backed by others who said he was defending respect and loyalty within their group. However, the first startling development in the purported leak completely changed the course of events. The gossip publication claimed to have screenshots of direct messages between Brooke and the Nigerian singer, which were uploaded hours after the altercation. The texts were explicit rather than merely flirtatious. "Last night was unforgettable," the singer allegedly added. "Can't wait to see you again." Brooke supposedly responded, "You already know, I'm risking it all for you." "Oh, I'm risking it all for you." The internet exploded. Like wildfire, the screenshot went viral. Every element is being examined by fans. Was it authentic? Was it made up? Fake? Don't believe the lies. "Y'all so pressed to see me down," Brooke shared on Instagram right away. Her denial, however, did little to stop the avalanche. Twitter threads deconstructed timestamps that matched the two nights Brooke was spotted out. Blogs doubled down, and fans made connections between the singer's posts and her cryptic Instagram captions. One of the most popular tweets read, she said, "Risking it all, sis." He simply admitted. It wasn't made any better by the Nigerian singer at the center of the controversy. He tweeted something cryptic rather than denying anything. "Not everything can remain hidden indefinitely." Not everything can remain hidden indefinitely. He added petrol to the flames with a single statement, leading admirers to believe that the romance was real. Chrissy Elkin, meanwhile, said nothing. Nothing, no statements, no posts. Fans speculated that she was humiliated in private while Jim was out publicly confronting Brooke, which only made matters worse. Some fans even asked whether Jim's anger was genuinely a reaction to Brooke's behavior or if he was merely shielding Chrissy from yet another humiliating incident in a long queue of them. The altercation did not finish with words back at the lounge. After Brooke clapped back, witnesses say Jim slammed the table and said, "This ain't over. Don't make me bring the receipts." That last statement left everyone in a frenzy. What were Jim's receipts? Did he have evidence that could definitively defeat Brooke? Or was he just bluffing? When daylight finally arrived, the blogs had previously presented the evening as one of the most outrageous conflicts of the year. The headlines shouted, "Brooke Bailey versus Jim Jones. A Hollywood infidelity scandal erupts." While waiting for the Nigerian singer to affirm or deny, fans were agitated and demanding that Chrissy speak up. They were also wondering what receipts Jim might be carrying. Then the cliffhanger intensified like clockwork. Another gossip website teased, "You think the DMIs are crazy? Wait until you see the video." It's a purported video of Brooke and the Nigerian singer together. If it's real, it will destroy Brooke's denial and push this controversy to new, terrible heights. The alleged DMs were still trending, and the confrontation at the Hollywood lounge had already ignited social media. But what transpired over the next 48 hours turned the scandal into a full-blown media circus. The question on everyone's mind was whether the video would surface, and if it did, whether it would ruin Brooke's reputation or reveal something even darker about Jim's role in this messy saga. Fans were arguing non-stop, and Chrissy's silence was deafening. But then the alleged video showed a woman who looked exactly like Brooke Bailey in a dimly lit hotel hallway. The blurred teaser clip was posted on Instagram by a notorious gossip outlet, and it was only a few seconds long. The caption said, "Backstage, hotel, you decide," and showed a tall man wearing fashionable sunglasses with his arm around her waist. #Brooke revealed. The internet exploded, with fans zooming in, slowing down, and comparing clothes and the evidence as the video was published on TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube in a matter of minutes. The bloggers didn't have to say much because the pictures were more powerful than words. Brooke had worn the exact same dress in a tagged Instagram story earlier that night, and his admirers in Nigeria matched his custom-made sneakers, which he had shown off in a previous post. Brooke posted, "Y'all really out here making fake videos to ruin me," and rejected the video right after, calling it The denial didn't last, which is sad. Fans went crazy after the Nigerian singer at the center of it all eventually broke his silence with a mysterious tweet in which she said that she was willing to risk everything, and she did. Timelines were overflowing with screenshots of his post and descriptions such as he verified it without mentioning her name. "You might as well be honest, Brooke, sis. Jim was correct all along." This is where the situation became even more crazy. Jim Jones was reportedly not only upset by Brooke's suspected infidelity, according to another insider revelation. He was incensed since Jim had previously worked with the Nigerian singer. The leak claimed that Jim had conducted business with the singer's camp. Additionally, it felt like a violation of Chrissy's circle and his own industry status to see Brooke involved with him. The story was turned on its head by this discovery. Fans were suddenly more than just considering the reported affair with Brooke to be a scandal. They were portraying it as a transgression of the unspoken principles of hip-hop, which include loyalty, respect, and maintaining a close circle. Chrissy was no longer the only reason Jim confronted Brooke. It had to do with his pride as an artist and a man. Even though Brooke felt his confidence had been betrayed on several occasions, he wasn't going to give up. Rather than retreating, she stepped up and shared a slew of scathing Instagram tales. "You guys enjoy portraying me as the antagonist. Don't let Jim deceive you. If I truly wanted that man, I could have him. When his own home isn't tidy, he worries about everyone else." A match was ignited by that final phrase. Officially, Brooke had turned the tables on Jim. At once, fans brought up previous tales of Jim's own adultery, the rumors Chrissy had been subjected to for years. The debate further polarized the internet, with memes abounding with captions like "Jim out here policing Brooke while Chrissy still waiting on a wedding ring." According to Team Jim, he had every right to check Brooke for making their group seem bad. Jim's relationship with Chrissy was already a shambles, so Team Brooke retorted that he was a hypocrite with no right to criticize anyone. The frightening revelation that followed caused the fire to erupt into a raging conflagration. What was purported to be a voice tape of Brooke conversing with a friend was released by another gossip blog. A voice purportedly belonging to Brooke could be heard in the muffled recording, saying, "Jim is attempting to approach me as though I'm filthy. However, we are all aware of what he would be doing. No, Chrissy, she merely fulfills her role." The internet went crazy. The fans were shocked by what they heard. If authentic, thus, Brooke wasn't merely protecting herself. She was dragging Chrissy straight into the flames, suggesting that she had put up with Jim's infidelity for years. Twitter was in disarray. "It's crazy that Brooke is dragging Chrissy along in this disaster. Basically, everyone is cheating, and this has just become a square with receipts for a love triangle." Jim went live again, obviously furious. His voice roared, "I don't have to give no explanations. Because Chrissy is guilty, Brooke is trying to embarrass herself by bringing her into it. Don't mention my family name." However, his rage didn't make the storm go away. It worsened. If anything, supporters started to wonder if Brooke's accusations were true. After all, Chrissy had endured numerous instances of public humiliation while living with Jim for decades without being married. Was there something Chrissy had been living with in silence all along that Brooke's remarks were revealing? By posting an Instagram story of himself boarding a luxury jet, the Nigerian artist fanned the flames. The remark said, "Some things you can't hide forever." Fans saw it as a sign that more receipts, possibly even a whole video, were on the horizon. By this time, Brooke Bailey's alleged infidelity was not the only aspect of the controversy. Jim Jones confronting her wasn't the only thing that happened. The reputations of everyone in their circles, as well as Chrissy, the Nigerian singer, were all involved in a huge, intricate mess. Another insider hinted that there was a second, longer film that left nothing up to the viewer's imagination. Just when they believed it couldn't get any darker. It wouldn't simply undermine Brooke's denials if it were made public. It would totally destroy her reputation. The following leak promised to be a career-ending, and the Nigerian singer hinted at more shortly. So the internet readied itself if the first footage made many gasp. The storm was not over, as fans knew. It was only beginning. When the teaser video was released, the society didn't just observe, it blossomed when Brooke's flaming clapbacks became viral online. The controversy permeated every podcast, social media platform, and celebrity group chat. It changed overnight from a tumultuous altercation to one of the year's most talked about stories. It was a battleground on Twitter. Hashtags like "as at the same time," hashtag Brooke exposed, hashtag JIMS Brooke, and hashtag Chrissy deserves better trended. Another criticized Brooke's deepfake, while another went viral with the headline, "Jim, mad about Brooke, but still won't marry Chrissy after 20 years. The math ain't mathing. We recognize those shoes. Girl." On TikTok, own it. The Nigerian singer's Instagram posts and Brooke's purported hotel footage were compared side by side by creators. Fans zoomed in on mirrors and reflections, slowed down videos, and even matched clothing. In a single day, a tape called CSI TikTok Brooke Edition received 5 million views. Instagram wasn't any better. Photos of Jim, appearing irritated with captions like "worried about Brooke" and "Chrissy, still waiting at the altar," were widely shared on meme pages. Brooke was unable to resist when she saw another meme, including the trolling word, 50 Cent. "Jimmy better focus on Chrissy before he play relationship police," he wrote as he uploaded the blurry footage. The comments section erupted. "I don't like women tearing down other women, but if you're guilty, you're guilty. Don't drag Chrissy in the dirt 'cause you got caught up. Don't drag Chrissy in the dirt 'cause you got caught up."